Holy snapping duck shit.
My good mate from Bump and Run Booker joins us.
I'm excited for another great show tonight. Give it the hoot now. Live.
Hey everyone, welcome on to Trackside with Kokpit, brought to you by GARAGE16. Back for another night, but this is extra special. It's all about the build up to that big event, which you'll look forward to this Friday and Saturday. Bring it on. If you're not going to be Trackside, always a live stream. We'll tell you more about that. But I tell you what, if you want to get to the track and check it out, you will be overwhelmed at what you're going to see unfold over those 2 nights. Doesn't get any better and any bigger when you get the world coming over to this prestigious event at, of course, TWS Paradise Valley Speedway. Booker, mate, how are you?
I'm good, but I am pumped, man. Excitement plus, you know, just to be getting a little bit, you know, it's just you just after I was going to say barred up, but I didn't. But there you go, said it anyway. You know, just the excitement to build up, mate, to this weekend. And like if we think back the last 2 weeks, you know, we had 3 weeks, we had the GP. What a fantastic event, Superstock GP. Then we went to the New Zealand Superstocks in Nelson. Another fantastic event, great finals in both events. The build up to the anticipation to those was unreal. Then we go to New Zealand Stock Cars, a little bit long, but what a great finish to the night and a great event, you know. And then now we've got the 240s, the TWS 240s and the Rees race cars Aotearoa Ladies Crown. But mate, let's look at the big picture for this week, because this is why I'm so excited. I tell you, I just don't know what to say sometimes. I'm so pumped for this weekend and what's happening. We got those two big events. You got the best drivers in the country turning up to probably one of the best tracks in the country where all the drivers love it, and then you got the internationals coming over, and they're all going to come merge into one place to be on that top step. Then you've got the big ladies crown also, with drivers screaming to get into this event that can't because it's such a great thing. Sponsored by Rees Race Cars, sponsored by TWS. We've got both those guys joining us shortly. But then you've got more, mate. It's just like an ad on TV, but wait, there's more. Then, you know, it's the excitement. I can't believe people aren't excited and pumped for this shit, man. It's just great. Then you've got Foxy's Farewell, you know, coming here with the modifieds. Brad Lane, what a guy on the track to watch. Modifieds around Rotorua. I've never seen modifieds around Rotorua, mate. I am so excited for this. It's out the gate.
It's out the gate. You're up the top there where you normally park at the track. What's it looking like? What's the day been like for you? I know you've been excited when you left your home down there in the beautiful Hawke's Bay. Have you brought that sunny weather from the bay?
Mate, when I left the bay, it was raining, so I sort of made sure it stayed behind me. It's sunny out there right now. It's beautiful outside. What a great evening here at Rotorua Speedway. You know, mate, I just can't wait for this weekend. I wish it was Friday now. That's how excited. I mean, like, and the other thing to remember too, there's a few big, like, there's things in the background that some people don't realise as well this weekend. You're talking about a long time supporter of the sport and driver, Paul Vasey. It's his last ever 240s as well, because this is his last year behind the wheel of a Superstock. He's still going to be there, but you're talking about a guy that does so much for so many teams and drivers and other people in the sport, and it's his final thing. So that's another tick for this weekend, how good it's going to be. You know, like, there's just so many positives. How can we be negative? I mean, everybody just needs to take a big brief in and blow out all that negative shit and come out with positive, mate, because that's all that's going to happen this weekend.
Oh, can't wait. Hey, I just want to do a big shout out to Ian Wilson and them. They're 2 hours out of Christchurch. They're traveling, listening and watching us on the show as well. Good luck, safe travels with your big ventures. I think it's down to Ruapuna Speedway. Let's catch up and bring Sam, and I think we got Lala, and we got Pete.
And Peter. There they are, the three. Hey, team.
Hey guys.
Good. Sam, mate. Well, the event is only just around the corner. What's it been like, the big build-up to, as Booker said, the excitement in Rotorua?
It's been a bit different this year compared to last year. So like this year, I've been down to the Nelson, I've been to Wellington, so I've actually been on holiday and relaxing a little bit leading up to this event. Where this time last year, I was head down on a desk working as hard as I could, because I was panicking of the event. And now I've ran one, so now I know how it all works. So this weekend or the last couple of weeks have been a little bit more easier on me.
All right. Lala, mate, I want to bring you in here. Your association with Speedway, and this track is the sponsor, but also the sponsor of the event. Mate, this tells you your passion and love you have for it, eh?
Oh, yeah, it's it is what it is. It's a good event to be part of. So, yeah, we're not going to say no, are we?
Yeah.
It is that, Aikens, like, it's obviously you see the event and other events that you support around the country. Lala, you just love giving back to that sport, eh? And your kids all doing it, and it just doesn't stop. Do you get more excitement now, do you think, watching the kids do it than when you did it yourself?
Yeah, I do actually. Like the first probably 3 or 4 years of not doing it, I was like, God, you fellas do this and do that, But now you just leave it to them, and it is what it is at the end of the day, like, hey, you want them to qualify, you want them to win, you want them to do their best, but some things are out of their control, and it is what it is at the end of the day. We still enjoy the sport, the family's still into it, and like there's still good people in the sport doing good things, so it's cool to be part of,
Yeah, hard out. Pete, going to bring you in here because you've jumped on board, sponsoring obviously the Aotearoa Ladies Crown, and mate, you're the same. You're no different to Lala. You back to the sport.
Yeah, and thanks to Sam, we had the opportunity to do that. And to be fair, I'm a bit of a chauvinist, so I kind of like to show that I'm not really. But it's a fitting thing to sponsor the Ladies Crown, and there's lots of them out there. They go well, they entertain us, so put a little bit back.
Yeah, I mean, you put a lot into the sport. I mean, me and Kins have been talking about some things, like yourself, like you and Lala, you both put so much back into the sport, but even the extra mile. I mean, we were witness to a story from someone, because we've got Jamie Hamilton coming on later, but a lot of people don't realise, you took your truck down to Wellington there to help and support, and that's all at your cost, another sponsorship and being a sponsor of one of the heats. But the story was you helped Jamie get on the boat because they wouldn't let him board the boat. What was the deal there, mate?
That was a surprise to Jamie. He had Wayne's old truck and it had no tiding hooks and rough sailing, so they said no. So we convinced the harbour master that we were certified welders and we could make up hooks there and then, and they said if you can do it in 20 minutes, we're in. So we're into it.
It's another good story in it, Kins, of how people give back to the sport. Like, you talk about, I talked about Paul Vasey as well, what he does, Vasey Engineering, but these two guys sponsoring this weekend and what they do, I mean, Sam and his team at Rotorua Speedway, you just can't do it without sponsors, Sam.
No, we can't. If we didn't have sponsors, would we be racing?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. The prep around this big event, people just congregate to Rotorua. I don't know if there's going to be a motel available in town or any accommodation near or far. It just excels expectations year in and year out.
Yeah, this weekend in Rotorua is going to be quite busy because it's a long weekend for us up this way. Yeah. So there's a sports tournament on down in here. So, most of the sport teams got in quick, and then we released the dates for the 240. So then all the drivers got in, and unfortunately, some drivers have missed out on accommodation this year, so that's why they're not attending. But hopefully next year we can go back to our original date, which is the weekend just been. That's the plan. So fingers crossed.
So I'm guessing that date change was really to cater for, from memory, the overseas drivers?
Yeah, it's to cater them. They've got a thing, I'm pretty sure it's called the NHC, which is a little car show over there. And they tend to do that. And then like 2 days later, they have to fly to New Zealand where they were able to go home, spend some time with the families before getting on the plane for 24 hours and flying to New Zealand. We had to take into consideration, the New Zealand Super Stocks were a week later, then the New Zealand Stock Cars. Why would you run a World 240s on the same weekend as the New Zealand Stock Cars when you run the Ladies' Crown?
Yeah. Yeah, and that's a big flight, and I'm sure Pete and Lala know that flight to England, boys, to get there and back.
Yeah, it's not something I want to do again, to be fair.
No. I'm not built to sit on those little seats, that's for sure.
But Lala, talking of that trip overseas with your boy and that and some of the family, that's something you would never forget, that trip for young Caleb.
Oh, I'll never forget it. Like it's sort of getting there was cool. Like you're on a plane, you're going on a holiday, never been overseas as far as Aussie, and you sort of land and you think choice, and you go to these race meetings, and like they're drinking beer at 10 o'clock in the morning, and they just wagons and sit there in the pit crew drinking beer all day. You sort of think, Christ, over here we can't even have a beer till the meeting's finished, and yeah, they just get right into it. It's actually pretty cool, and some of the things they do over there would be cool to do here, but it's sort of, I don't know. It's some of the things they do is really neat with the drivers and the parades and they line them all up on the track, and they let all the crowd out to walk around the cars, and the drivers actually, like Caleb probably probably wore an ink pen out, he'll never wear an ink pen out in New Zealand, so just that sort of stuff's really cool, well, I'd go again in a blink of an eye if I didn't have to sit on an airplane for that long.
You reckon you'd ever go again, Pete?
Oh, I'll never say never in this world, but it's not my plans in the near future. I wouldn't mind going to America, have a look around there, I suppose, and Aussie again. I've been to Aussie and raced over there. That's pretty cool, and we know some people over there, so that might be in the cards the next couple of years.
What, to go over there and do a race or two over there, or just watch some races?
No, there's a young guy, Justin Burrow over there. He's come over here and he's kind of copied these cars and he's taken it over there. And actually, to be fair, most of the races over in Aussie are New Zealand guys. So we've always got to drive there if we want to go. And I've been there for a holiday. It's a wicked place for a holiday in Queenstown over there, or Queensland.
Sam, do you get ready after this? Big weekend. Obviously, your focus is this weekend, and they're seeing all the updates on the old social media, from the groups to the layout of the drivers, where they will be parking up in their groups, and you've got the women's details there, mate. Everything's all online on the Facebook page. Everything everyone will need to know.
Yeah, so everything that you will need to know will be on the website. Yeah. Even if we end up having to make a decision over the weather, it will all be done on the website. Don't ring me at 5 o'clock in the morning asking me what the decision will be, because I won't answer my phone. Awesome. But yeah, all the information you need for this weekend will be on our Facebook page or our website.
Hey, and of course, it's welcome back to the Modify class as well on the second night, mate. And there's groups and teams, I should say. And mate, how good, like Booker said, he's never seen modifieds around that track. But that battle over the years gone by, I've got great memories from the 90s with the good old names. But how good is it to have the class back there?
Yeah, it's cool. Like I made the decision to drop the stock car teams race just due to the fact that we've got the New Zealand teams in no less than, I think, 4 weeks away. So, so I thought, we'll give a thank you to Foxy. He's always supported us, and he's been a long supporter of. We thought, why not give him his last hurrah at Rotor at 240s in front of a massive crowd. And so me and his car owner, Jamie, have been working quite hard behind the scenes. So we're going to run a teams format for them. So there's a team from Huntley, a team from Auckland, and a team from Stratford coming along. And they're going to run team points, and they're going to do an individual championship at the same time.
Oh, that's pretty cool. That's very cool, Kins, eh?
Yeah. It's a chance for, like you said, they're in front of a pretty jam-packed crowd. And for those, just a word of advice, get there nice and early, and because that car park, I'll try and find a vacant space, eh, Sam?
Yeah, we were quite lucky. Our neighbours cut down the trees so we could, flatten out the car park next door so we could fit more cars in, because, opening night, we filled our main car park up with a blink of an eye, and we didn't realise. And then I looked again, and the second paddock was full, the third paddock was full, and then there was a line of traffic into town. So we've we've made a little bit of improvement around the ground to fit some more cars in for this weekend.
Look, the
And I
place
suppose
is
the other
looking
part-
fantastic too at the moment, Kins. It's like I took a photo. You have people to see me put up the Facebook. All the walls nicely repainted. The corners are painted. So there'll be no excuses for cutting the corner or pole line this weekend. And it's just looking great. The new facility, even in the pits, Kins, they've put a bit of shingle down. It's just the whole place just looks sharp. The Costellos were here today mowing all the lawns. It really is. Look, that just you like you come into Rotorua, don't you? Come around that corner and you come around. And there's this big Coliseum of track. How good is that, mate? You know.
You would know, Lala, being a sponsor of the track. You know, people talk about this place as maybe when we speak to Superstock drivers, what's your favorite track? 99.9% of them would say bloody Rotorua. That's why you're associated with Lala. You know, like built for Superstocks and stock cars, eh, mate?
Oh yeah, it is, and it's a cool track to be part of. Like, yeah, every year the club are doing something to make the place better, you know. And while they're doing that, you want to be associated with it, you know. You know, there's other plans for once they've paid their new tower off, you know, to do other things at the track, and so they're always thinking ahead and wanting to do stuff, you know. I mean, there's bug all they can do with that tight corner, and it's nature of Rotorua, you know, like it's been like that, and that's what it's all. So that's what you do, you know. So you know, it's good grouse place to be part of, you know.
Is there a car getting fixed there, Pete?
Yeah, Ethan and Josh are just working on Ethan's.
Sounds like a lot of hammering going on, mate.
Yeah, we're going to. He should use a spanner, the noisy prick.
But yeah, your sentiments be very similar, Pete. You know, you've been in the sport for years now, and you get back to the sports, and your chassis out there you're no different to Lala. You know, people just come to tracks and enjoy you putting on the show.
Yeah, well, I think a short way of saying what he's trying to say is to give back what you get, and we've been given a lot in this sport. We obviously put a bit in, but we get a lot back, and like going to Wellington on the weekend, the New Zealand's. We worked our ass off all weekend. It was a late show on that, but it was an enjoyable weekend. So we gave a little bit back, and you know, people thank us for that, and you know, then we head home, we regroup, we do our cars, and head up to the 240s, because at the end of the day, that's the place to be this weekend. And giving a little bit back there is pretty cool, and Sam's welcomed us on board, and I'm quite excited about that. So that's the place to be, I guess.
It is the place to be this weekend, mate. Seriously, I'm excited. I tell you, it's I'm excited to see the race cars start and the normal start your engines. You know, that's always cool. But yeah, I often think about what you spoke about, Lala, before, about how they park all the cars and drivers on the track over there in England and let the public walk around them. I think that's something that I reckon would go off really well here in New Zealand, to give the fans a chance to, you know. But I mean, is it the other thing too is how much time does it take from the drivers in their preparation to get ready for a race meeting, do you think?
Yeah,
I
it's a
can
little
answer
bit
that
easier.
question.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Lala.
I don't have to worry about it anymore.
What do you think then?
Well, when I was there, I think it was, correct me if I was wrong, it was a 7-hour show to do 9 races. So you say all that's pretty cool, but it's damn right boring too for like us. We just want to get in and race. You know, it's like, if I had a negative about Wellington, it started at 6 and finished at 1 nearly both nights. Too long. You know, a little negative there, but it was a good show and so on. So I'm not sure I'd be a fan of mucking around on the infield and on the back of the utes, and I guess I've been around too long for that. I just want to get out there and race and then, you know, go to the club rooms and have a sociable drink afterwards.
Yeah, I see that point, but that, to me, that's not the fan. That sociable drink afterwards is with the other drivers. It's not with the fans, you know. I'm just trying to see, like I've been
Well,
saying all season, I'm trying to see how we could interact the fans more. Maybe we have a designated time in the pits for the fans. You know, like some tracks say gates open at 5, racing starts at 6. It doesn't give the fans any time to go in and see the drivers, does it? You know?
Oh, yeah, most fans come and see us, you know, I think around about 4 o'clock up at Rotorua. They get plenty of time, come and talk to us and get autographs and stuff. And I know what you're saying, but you know, from our point of view, it can drag on. You know, it's a long day anyway. We drive up on the morning, we race all weekend, we drive home on Sunday. So if you can make a balance of that, that's cool. We're all open for that. But I know what you're saying.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to, I don't know what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to make it, get more excitement going, more, you know, just, yeah. What are your thoughts, Sammy, as a promoter around that? Do you think, is it too much logistically to sort out, or for yourself as a promoter, from a promoter's perspective?
I have thought about doing it before, you know, because we do the grand parade for the top 26 down the back straight, and that alone takes about half an hour out of your program already, and they don't even get to meet the crowd. They're getting strapped in and they're getting prepared, and then, you know, by the time we get all the crews off and that, it's half an hour. So if you add, you know, 50 to 100 people, that's another probably an hour and a half off your packed program. And like Pete said, you know, you don't want to be there till 1 o'clock in the morning. You know, we found that out last year at the 240s when we ran it all in one day. We were still racing at 1 o'clock in the morning, and the crowd didn't, you know, they didn't want to stay around that long. So, you know, it's probably better just to keep it short and sweet. You know, we open our pits up, you know, 2 hours before the racing starts. They get an hour and a half in the pits before they get you know, removed. And, you know, and then before we close the pit, I think as we close the pits, it's drivers briefing. So, you know, and then we get the drivers out for briefing. They're getting ready they're getting their heads into the mind of going racing. And so they get a bit of time. And, you know, like on the Saturday, we open our gates, I think it's 4 hours before racing actually starts, you know, so they can get in, you know, see all the drivers, you know, because on Friday people are still working. But yeah, so personally, it is something that I probably wouldn't look at doing in the near future because of time on the program.
There you go. That clears it up, Aikens. Nice, a good perspective from all three of them.
Well, it's a time restraint thing, and you don't want to long overdue the extra racing because what Pete said, 6 to 1 o'clock. I've done that before at Wellington at the New Zealand Champs. That was a bloody long night and morning. Then you got to travel home. Well, I had to travel way back here, but I just thought, you know, with the punters coming through the main gate into Rotorua as an example, if you set up a big table with the top qualifiers and you say, well, the gate opens at 2, they're only there for like an hour, 40 minutes. If you come in the gate, get your autographs and carry on to your seat. Once that's completed, head back down. It's no different to how Palmy Teams does it in that little building thing. Yeah. You could do it something simple, but a designated time. But hey, it's all about the drivers in the day. They've got things they got to do.
Yeah, they put the big dollars on the line, aren't they? And getting out on the track and put themselves in front of us for a spectacle, which is all we can ask, really, isn't it? As a spectator.
Yeah, hard out. That's exactly what it's all about. Well, I think we better let these three men go because I can hear all the machines in the background of Pete's work shed. Lala looks like he might fall asleep in there in this comfortable couch. And look, he's smiling, and there is going to be an international music star at Rotorua this weekend. I'll leave it at that, and I won't say any more.
Someone in the comments has put up here, Sam Sheeran.
I think already. Shit, I didn't even change his name, you know.
Hey, thanks, guys, and to Pete and Lala, thank you so much for supporting this event. It's great to see guys backing the sport like you guys do.
100%.
All good. Thanks for the invite.
Nah, awesome. Yep. And yeah, we'll keep it on the positive on the show. Bugger that negative bullshit. Yep. Anyway, we'll leave it at that.
Positive Pete, positive Lala.
Thanks,
come
guys.
down and we'll sign some autographs.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. We appreciate it.
Okay.
Thanks.
Bye.
There you go. That's awesome, mate. It's good to have people like that behind the sport, isn't it? Lala and Pete giving back like they do. It's amazing how many drivers and ex-drivers are giving back now. Like, especially ex-drivers that give back to the sport, you know? It's bloody awesome. Well, let's hope Ammz is ready, mate.
Well, they've become household names in their own right through the sport. that they loved, and raced over, dare I say it, some of them now decades.
Mm.
And some of these fans are growing up as young kids coming to the track, no different to young Caleb that we spoke to last night, let alone Todd, who was a little kid at the track. And that was their parents, and now it's just revolving around, and it's great to hear them get back. Where's Ammz? Let's bring the bro and Ammz. Kia ora, bro.
Hey, lads. My apologies
Jeez.
to be dragging the chain once again. Caught me slipping, whānau. Ammz has been really busy at Mahi the last couple of days, and just once again, very fortunate to have found some time to collate all the points for this week of competition for the Only Ammz Speedway Awards of Excellence. But I had to make sure at Mahi today I did take my smoko at Peter Rees o'clock this morning and lunch at Todd Hemingway PM in the afternoon. Ammz find himself as part of the Only Ammz segment on the Kokpit show this evening. I will touch lightly, as I have been over the last couple of weeks, on the points throughout the sections, only because I've booked myself to go get a haircut at 8:30 tonight, and it's just coming along on 8 o'clock, so I better bloody hurry up. But
Right, mate.
anyway, we'll get into it. Whānau, we are starting off, as usual, with the Alan Wakeling medalist for Sprint Car Racing Excellence, and I hope Kins has got those images that have come through the messenger, and he looks like he has. From the top there, as has been the standard so far this season, the 4 USA of Jonathan Allard on 110 points there. Geez, man, he just keeps stretching the rubber band, doesn't he? And
mate.
just as you think the other competitors are catching up, he's just stretching the rubber band even further and further and further. But I tell you what, he has been in the spotlight over the last couple of weeks, probably the past month, actually. Max Guilford campaigning the 46C Sprint Car out of Ruapuna there in Christchurch. He has been doing most of his racing in the South Island as of late, and as a result of that, it's pleasing to see him amongst the top tier of sprint car competitors as part of the Alan Wakeling medalist for Sprint Car Racing Excellence. Moving on now to the Tony Cardwell medalist for Super Saloon Racing Excellence, and once again, just as you thought, Sam Waddell has it all locked and loaded with the key thrown away. Guess again, because look who is edging closer and closer. Craig Cardwell, your driver of the weekend, having dominated at Blenheim over the weekend, winning the South Island Championship. Mark Colesman there amongst the mix as well. But as we still show it at the moment, the 2NZ of Sam Waddell still your leader for the meantime, although he probably didn't have a desirable result from Blenheim as he would have hoped for anyway. But that is your top 10 for the Tony Cardwell medalist for Super Saloon Racing Excellence. Moving on now to the Peter Rees medalist for Stock Car Racing Excellence. And, well, it's fairly unchanged at the top, just a number change for Kyle Ryan, now the 3NZ driver. But, hey, congratulations to Caleb Byron, who we did have on the show last night, and as books would be a happy man, as you would think. I hope he doesn't play that song right now, but I might have sent that, Barno, and if he does, I apologise. Dion Henderson still amongst the mix there. Otherwise, team, it is a relatively unchanged top 10 amongst the drivers that are there. Probably just a switch around on. It's probably just bar one driver, the 86P of Bo McLeod. Boza entering the top 10 for the first time. Moving on now to the Roger Bertram medalist for Modified Racing Excellence, brought to you by Pocono Auto Centre. And I must give a shout out here to the sponsor there, and that is Brett Parsons, the 69H Modified. Look like he has finally turned the corner in getting his car out on the racetrack. Don't think he is loaded down to race at Rotorua this weekend. However, I did see on a live via the Pits Media Facebook page the other day, he was looking at running the car in at Waiuku before heading to the New Zealand Championships at Waikaraka Park in the not too distant future. But as has been the case over the last couple of weeks, the 1NZ of Brad Lane still top of the pops at the moment there at the top of the field, and I think it's going to take a bit of brilliance by some of these drivers behind him to try and catch him, man. And he's up there by a fair margin. And I had flick him a message today and assure him that I hope he's been going into the gym to work on his shoulders, because having seen the Huntley team for this weekend, it looks like he might be carrying all of them by a fair margin. I can assure you, he could probably be the Huntley team by himself. But no, like Books has mentioned, It's very exciting to have the modifieds back at Paradise Valley Raceway. Quite the character of track for those high horsepower cars with the wings on top. But hey, we don't call them the Wing Warriors for nothing, right? Yeah. But yes, that is your top 10 for the Roger Bertram medalist for modified racing excellence, brought to you by Pocono Auto Centre. And our last one for the evening, the Shane Penn medalist for Superstock Racing Excellence. No changes at the top. Still your current and new New Zealand Superstock champion, 1NZ Todd Hemingway. He did manage to send me a Snapchat of his new graphics package showing the 1NZ, and I must assure you it does look an absolute picture. Looking at second place right there, Quinn Ryan, 46B on 61. 1 point behind team, 1 point. So he has made a difference in winning the Hawke's Bay Championship on the weekend, and big thanks to Books for going live for those races. Thank you, my mate, my buddy, old pal. Very interesting racing that had gone forth. I won't talk about the logistics of what happened between Buckrow and the James boys, but as we call it, that's racing. So that is your top 10 for the Shane Penn medalist for Superstock Racing Excellence. That's about me, team. I better hurry up and get off here so I can go get a haircut, but I must say this thing. I mean, we just talked about it with those three guys before me. How good does the racing program look for the World 240s this weekend? We know for a fact that the Superstocks are the main game, but how good to see the modifieds amongst the action as well. But I need to kind of boost up the ladies here. I don't know how it's very exciting to see the competition that the ladies are putting on with this Aotearoa Ladies Crown. You know, I just think it's awesome for our wahine drivers out in the sport to have their turn in the limelight. It's their turn to step into the spotlight and put on a show for the crowd. And as we have seen over the last couple of years, they actually probably have a good go at stealing the main show from the main guys. And I can assure you, those ladies don't hold back when the claws come out. So, I mean, it's just. It's very exciting, you know, and full credit to Sam and the Rotorua Club for bringing all these events together. There's a reason why the World 240 is one of the most looked forward to events of the season. You know, I just think from a marketing perspective, it's absolutely fantastic, you know. And you know, you go back to the days when they first started, humble beginnings, what I might add, but I just think, having shifted from Palmy to Rotorua, along with Scotty Myers, I won't go into the story of how they all went about, but I can assure you that is a master stroke. So there's only one place you want to be this weekend, team. That is at the TWS Paradise Valley Raceway for the World 240s. I will be there with Jace and the team at the Pits Media TV. If you see me around there, come say hi. Don't come and abuse me, otherwise you're off to a bad start. But come say hi. Don't be shy. Very talkative to talk to, and I love meeting new people around the tracks and stuff, and also catching up with old mates and old friends as well. But yeah, that's me for another week, team. Seem to be dragging on the chain once again. I better go. I've got to go get my haircut.
Go get your haircut, boy.
Go get my haircut, team. I will see you in Rotorua this weekend. Take care.
Okay, bro.
See you,
Take
brother.
care, bro.
Awesome.
I was gonna play that Come On the Bay from, but we better continue on because we see Frankie Wainman Jr. has turned up, Jamie's turned up as well. We'll get into it, and well, congratulate, and of course she's out there to defend the Aotearoa Ladies Crown. We've got Milla joining us right now. Hey Milla, how are you?
Good, thanks. How are you guys?
We're good.
Good is. Have the nerves kicked in yet though, and you got to defend your crown?
Oh no, they're not too bad. Just whatever happens, eh? So yeah.
Do you treat this like a normal meeting you go to, or is there a little bit more hype around this meeting for you?
Yeah, no, there's definitely a little bit more hype. It's probably one of the bigger ones on our list for the year. It's an awesome meeting and we love coming to it, so yeah.
Yeah, you know, when you take a look at it and already you see on the social media some of these ladies, unfortunately, that missed out, but you're in amongst some real good class drivers in there, and you know, it doesn't get any easier than what Angela's saying. You know, sometimes you may steal the show because you put on a big show, you spin out, you hit each other, you're all over the bloody place. But I know you've been competing in stock cars yourself for some time. It's just good. It's like, I would guess, like a New Zealand championship for the woman, eh?
Yeah, pretty much. That's what, I think most of us class it as that. And it's just cool to see the amount of ladies get on board with it, and just such a cool event, and it's cool that it's at Rotorua, such a awesome venue. So yeah.
Yes, I suppose you're one of your tracks you like, eh? Like every other stock car and super stock driver.
Yeah, no, it's probably
When you knew that was the answer straight away. Hey, but when you take a look at this event, though, you know, when you think, I would guess too, when you got, like we know, it's a coliseum as such, the roar of the engines, the crowd in the mass thousands that turn up, it doesn't get any bigger and better than this Friday, Saturday.
Oh, you know, it's definitely cool to be amongst it, you know, like racing with the super stocks. We know it's a like show, but it's just cool for us, the like attention that gets us ladies. Like, you know, we might not get as much as them, but it's just such an awesome feeling racing with a massive crowd and, you know, all of the top super stock drivers and all the top ladies. It's awesome. So yeah.
What's the attention been like since you got crowned the Aotearoa ladies winner? And what's the attention been like since then?
Oh, no, it hasn't been like too bad, to be honest. Like, I'm not a very yeah, I'm just like sort of stick to myself, and I try and get out there and talk to people, but it hasn't been too bad. So yeah.
How did you get what's your story? How did you get into Speedway?
So my old man used to race back in the day, like quite a wee way back, and yeah, he never was any really good, but sorry, Dad. Nah. Yeah, and then he used to crew for the Stanaway brothers, and then yeah, just my older brother got into a mini stock, and I said I wanted to do it, so yeah, Dad got me a mini stock and went from there, and yeah, just keep going.
What's the skill that you have, Milla? Do you think you could possibly, with the future in a super stock, it'd be good for
I
you?
mean, I would love to. I would love to get in a super stock. It's more just, you know, money. Like Mum and Dad are still paying for everything, which I'm forever grateful for, you know. But at some stage, I would love to get into a super stock. So we'll see where we go.
What about the season? What's the season looking like for you for the rest after this weekend?
Just do like the Rotorua Club nights coming up, and I'll probably head over to Kiki a couple of times. Quite like Kiki track, and yeah, Kate and stuff does a good job at managing us stock cars, which is cool. And yeah, I don't know, probably just stay fairly local. I think we're going to try and get down south to the Queen of the Clay if they run that at Nelson. So yeah, we'll try and get down there again, depending on funds. But yeah, I'm sure we'll sort something out.
Good on you. Good on you, eh?
Look at that. We'll sure something out. Just told Dad he wanted to be a good driver, but get us to Nelson, Dad. Come on, eh?
Yeah. No, he knows I appreciate him, so that's the main thing.
Yeah, and that's the sport that we love, that family connection. You know, you would have heard, obviously, the Ashtons on before. Hey, look at the thumbs popping up on your little screen here. You got the old thumbs popping up in the bubble. But, you know, like with Pete Rees, who's sponsoring, obviously, again, the Crown this weekend, without those people that give back and sponsors in general, it's a hard thing to do.
Oh yeah, for sure. You definitely need sponsors. Sponsors are, yeah, without them you wouldn't really get anywhere. So yeah. No, it's cool to see that Peach jump back on board, so it's awesome.
All right, that segues into your sponsors. You better do a big shout out to some of those that are attached to your car. They make you go around the dirt track.
I don't really have too many, if I'm being honest with you. We've got MTF Finance, Rotorua. They've helped us out for a few seasons now, which is awesome. And then we've got Jazz School Investments. They're a close family friend of ours. And they've supported me for a couple of seasons. And then we've just got a few supporters that give us free products. So we've got Chems, we got Total Oil, which is Alf Oil, Graham from Sportsweed Photography, McStripes and Signs, and Motomuck.
Awesome.
Love it, eh? Well, Milla, thank you for coming to join us. Good luck with the defense of your title that you won 12 months ago. And no doubt we'll catch up, Booker and I, with you in the pits. We'll come and have a chat by your car, and we'll do a bit of a pit walk around as we always do. And wish you all the best. And you look forward to, love the smile, keep smiling, keep that energy level all positive, and all the
always.
best. Eh?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you for that.
Thanks, Milla.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Awesome.
Right,
There we
gotta
go.
love it,
Another
Paige.
happy person. She's done well, you know, got a good car, got a good family behind her, and that's what it's all about, eh? Like this weekend, I talked about it earlier, Kins, you know, about how it's such a positive weekend to be, and we talk about family and all the rest of it. Well, if you can make it to the track, grab your family, get in the car and get to the track. If you can't make it, you got the Pits TV, you can purchase it. Go have a family dinner, put it on the big screen at home, or get your mates round for a party get a stream and watch it and watch how much fun and positivity is going to come out of this weekend.
Yeah, talking of family as well, there's juniors everywhere with this name. The Wainman family are with us, and he's taken a bit of time after like 100-hour flight to get to our country here in New Zealand. Frankie's with us. How are you, Frankie, mate?
Oh, good evening, chaps. You all right?
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
Oh, mate, we're all right. I suppose the question is, are you all right after your 20-whatever hour flight?
Yeah, we're all good. We're just obviously it's the second night here now, so we've got all his luggage this year. We've got all our cases, we've got our race gear, so we're all good this year.
Oh, not like last time, mate. Somewhere they disappeared from memory, eh?
Yeah, it was chaos last year, but now good flights this year. Everything was good. Just got in last night. Now so this is our second night here, so yeah, all good.
I suppose for you guys coming over with everybody else, their biggest thing on the Friday night is qualifying. For you guys, it's making sure your gear comes through customs and gets here on time.
Yeah, it's just good on the Friday night. Just get hopped in the car and get a feel of everything and see where everything is. The track conditions are usually different on the Saturday night, but you can just get used to what you're going to be racing in and get back into it.
What is it, Frankie, that brings you and the rest of the to New Zealand, especially this particular event this weekend? And we've watched you race over the years gone by. What is it that keeps bringing Frankie Wainman Jr. back to New Zealand?
I absolutely racing over here from the very, very first year I raced here. But now my son's got into the teams with me. We're going to win it, and obviously it's our ambition to win it. Me and Frankie are dead set that we are going to work until we do win it. So that's going to be our new goal from now on. I've won everything else in the job in England and Holland and in New Zealand. I won the 240s. So each of the teams is one thing that I think would put the icing on the cake for everything for me. To be fair, yeah.
It's funny you talk about teams, Zakins. Like we spoke to young Charlie last year and said what would be more important to him to win that world title or the 240s or teams, and he sort of favoured towards teams as well. You guys take that very, very seriously. Something that's really big on the agenda, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was something that obviously I've watched for a lot of years now. Didn't think we'd ever have the chance of being part of it, to be fair. And then me and Guy Parker just said a brained idea where it might happen, and a lot of work was on behind the scenes, as you can imagine, to happen, to find drivers, to find cars, to find sponsors, to find money for the team to have good cars. And we've had a really good run in it, and the fans over here as well have also made it mega special, because the very first year we did it, we didn't really know what we were going to expect. We didn't know if we were going to be loved or hated, to be fair, because, we're from the UK. So were the crowd over here going to get behind us, or were they going to get behind him? And we tend to be like a second fan's favourite, if that makes sense. Yeah. So every race we're in, we have fans, and it's unbelievable. I mean, the atmosphere and the reception we get, and I suppose the thanks we get from the fans over here for putting the show on trying to be part of the show, is what makes us do it, and what definitely makes me come back and do it.
Yeah, well, you do put on a show. What you achieved at the recent Palmy teams, and the way you celebrated with the fans, that was reciprocated after what you achieved. Climbing up the fence, shaking the fence to the fans, doing what the young members of the Lions did on the infield. That's the impact. That has serious impact on fans. And you can see why, even though COVID came in and it was a long time before you come back, the impact the Great Britain Lions has on Speedway fans is huge. And we love having you back.
Yeah, you can feel that. You feel that as a driver. Yeah. In a totally good way as well. It doesn't add to the pressure. It just makes the whole thing more enjoyable, if that's the right word. I don't know if teams could be classed as enjoyable, but from a fan's point of view, them being behind you, it's unbelievable, and everybody else in the team feels that as well. And it's not just the drivers, don't forget. It's the crews, it's the sponsors, it's the wives, it's the family members. It's not just the drive. It's not just those 4, 5, 6 drivers that are on the track. It's everybody else behind it. It's a massive effort, and you know, we do try and make as much effort as we can. And like I said, it is our ambition as a collective, you know, to win the title.
I think
it's a
I think if
massive
it
effort
happens,
to you
Kins. Oh, sorry. I
Yeah.
think if it
Oh, no,
happens,
you
the
go-
crowds. When it happens, I shouldn't say if it happens. So probably when it happens, that Palmy Stadium is gonna go off. I don't think there'll be a person in that stadium that won't be cheering. Whether it was their team that lost or not, you'd have to respect the effort and the times these guys have come back and the cars. And each year, different types of cars, different quality of cars. You know, this isn't, you know, so it's make it a bit special. I know if me and Kinser there, Frankie, will be on our feet big time when you do it, because yeah, I think the New Zealand public missed you guys a hell of a lot when COVID kicked. And did you feel that when you guys came back after COVID, just that little bit extra from the crowd
100%.
came out?
The first one when we came back was just ridiculous. It was better than the first one.
Yeah.
And it was kind of that cemented the fact that we need to be here. The team needs to be here. And it is, as a driver, you can't ask for any more. You really can't. You can't. The support you get is what drives you on, and hence the reason we're back again. You know, we've got the same team, and we're going to try and take it out.
Yeah, okay, we'll talk more around teams, of course. Just for race fans who are watching now, show you viewers out there, from this Monday after World 240s, we are kicking with our big teams build up to the big event in Palmerston. We'll cover more around Frankie and the Great Britain Lions. But you mentioned it, Frankie, mate, the skill that you have on the track in Rotorua, and Booker and I, many fans have seen the attention that you attract, mate. It's unbelievable. But to your credit, you get home somehow or another. You're the type of guy I can see jumping out the car with the racing wheel in hand, running over the bloody track just to get the checkered flag. You just don't give up.
No, that's part of what was installed in me from back when I started racing, really. And obviously coming over here and trying to, obviously being targeted by New Zealand drivers to be taken out, it added a different dimension to my type of racing. And obviously I just absolutely loved it from the very first time I did it. And I thought, yeah, this is a bit of me. I could live with this. And, you know, every over, and I just enjoy it. I absolutely love it. You know, some drivers don't like it. They don't like the fact that they could be taken out by another driver who's a lap down and nothing to do with the championship or whatever. But for me, it's part of it, and I just love the attention of it and the skill of getting round, if you like, and finishing the race. And you know that it's a big ambition of mine to finish.
That'd be a reward in itself, isn't it? Knowing that you have managed to get home like that year. Was that last year, Kins, when you got the podium last year? Was it last year the podium, or year before? Was it year before? I think. And every man and his dog attacked you. You're up the wall, you're down the wall, but you still got home on a podium. Did that just feel that little bit more special, knowing that you beat all those drivers that tried to get you, and you still managed to get a podium?
Yeah, it's exactly that. And like, it's obviously, I mean, the very first 240s that I won down at Palmy, I had no power steering, no brakes on the car when I finished the race at all. I had just one pedal that worked, and that was it. And we finished the race and we won the 240s. And the fact that I was even on the track, you know, we weren't even going to go on track because, you know, Stan and Sonia said there was no power steering on the car, so there's no point even racing. I'm like, no, that ain't in me. I'll just keep going till I can fucking not steer it anymore, and that's what we did. So, you know, it was just it's part of what it is, and I absolutely love it. And I you know, until it, hopefully it'll be a few years yet, but I still want to be part of the top racing.
That's good, kids, to see that. You know, it accepts that being on a speedway track, getting hit's part of it. That's racing. That's what happens, you know. And then afterwards, you go in the club rooms, you crack that beer and say, good on you, mate, let's do it again sometime, you know. And I think you've been used to that type of thing because you've been here a bit. But couple of those new guys couldn't get round that, could they? Like Charlie Slaughter, the first time he got taken out, and then afterwards he had the likes of Jaden and them come up and say, "Oh, mate, here's a beer, well done." Like he couldn't understand, could he? That was quite a shock for him.
Yeah, hard. But obviously, I've been coming over here that many years now. You see it happen, and it's what it is. And I do try and explain to all the drivers that come over that what happens, how it is, what what I mean, and so they can mentally try and accept it before they get into it. Because some of them just think they go in the third race and they've just got to finish it. They don't sort of. And no, you're gonna have people trying to take you out. Like stop you. Yeah. You haven't just got to finish the race. You've got to get round the cars that are trying to take you out. And it's a different concept, and it's good. It's good.
Mate, hey, you appreciate everything you said, and wow, it's just so cool to hear what your attitude towards the sport is, and you take it on the chin, mate. That's racing. And to anyone out there that's listening to Frankie, that is some advice. What happens on the track stays on the track. You can have a side drink later, and you enjoy yourselves. You make lifelong friends. That's no different to what Frankie and this family has made, and the others that have come over. Mate, it's a pleasure to have you in the country. I know you got a bit of practice driving to do over the next day or two, but we look forward to catching up with you on Friday, Book and I. And thank you once again for joining us. And welcome back to New Zealand.
Thank you very much, and we're looking forward to the weekend.
Thanks, Frankie.
Catch up with you next week, Frankie. You and the Great Britain Lions as well, mate.
Yeah. Get the start building Auckland next week, obviously, and then Palmer. Yep.
Yeah. Awesome.
Looking
Frankie.
Awesome,
Thanks,
mate. Thank you. Have a good night. We'll see you on the weekend.
Definitely. Ta-da.
Thanks.
See you
Thanks,
later.
Frankie. Mate, the positivity, it's I'm loving it. I'm loving that attitude. It's just it's how it should be, I'm just pumped up more now. Let's go 240s.
That there just got you extra pumped.
It did, mate. I am just chomping at the bit for the weekend. I tip you. We're going to have some fun down here at Aotearoa. You need to get your trackside, backside people and join us.
And there you go. And there you go, looking at that winning car. The defending champ joins us right now. He's all over the poster promoting the event, 9G. It's Jamie Hamilton. Jamie, welcome to the show, mate. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks.
Awesome. Mate, when you heard Frankie talk about it, he's right. You just got to go for gold. And you did that 12 months ago, and you come away as the World 240s champion.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, especially last year we only had 2 qualifying races to get through, so it was extra hard. So yeah, so you had to be fired up to get enough points in those 2 races to make it through.
I forgot about that side of it, kids. Yeah, it was a bit because it was all on the one day, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that, mate. But what was that feeling like when you finally crossed that line and someone told you, "Hey, you've won it, man, and you're the new World 240s champion"? I mean, a lot of people have tried, not too many have got it, so it's a pretty special feeling, isn't it? What were your feelings on that, mate?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Obviously, I've been racing for a long time now, over 10 years, and I'd never really won anything that big. Like I've always had enough pace usually to get up there, but to actually finally pull it off, it was a huge relief to get that, and it felt pretty good.
Yeah, I bet you. What's it been like though since winning that title, claiming the World 240s? Race wise, on the track wise, do you think you kind of get more attention sometimes compared to maybe if you won the one NZ?
No, not really. Nah.
Okay.
Nah, it's not much change on that side of it, I don't think.
Oh, that's good. It's level-headed, and hey, you still got your name on that bloody trophy, but now it's all about defending it and trying to get on there back-to-back. And again, I'm going to ask anyone in the comments, has someone or anyone done it a back-to-back to 240s? Go on, please. I don't know. I can't remember.
I think there is someone, actually. I can't remember who it was, though. I'm pretty sure there was. But I dare say this year, if we have a nice, clean track, she's going to be different to how your setup was last year, wasn't it? Because it was a bit a all-day track as opposed to 2 night tracks. Going to be different for you, isn't it? Now, how do you approach that, knowing that this year?
Well, this year is definitely not going to be as good as last year because I see there's modifieds racing, which is not ideal. It's kind of, I don't know. I don't know that much about track proof and stuff, but I don't get why we would have them at a super stock meeting. But hey, it's not up to me. But
Yeah,
yeah,
but that's not
we
on
struggle to keep
qualifying
the
night, though,
dirt
is
on
it?
the track as it is.
That's
Nah,
not your
that's,
qualifying
my
night. That's
finals
just your
night.
finals night. But I mean, like to
Yeah.
qualify, that's the biggest part, isn't it? I mean, is it what is it? Kinser, is it 3 go through from each group? 3.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not two,
So I
three or
mean,
four, yeah.
that's your first task. So do you just come here with the purpose is just to qualify first, and then after that, extra?
Well, I pre-qualified this year, so I
Oh,
don't
of
have
course
to
you
worry
did.
too
Yeah,
much about
sorry.
it.
I'm asking the wrong
Yeah.
person, aren't I?
Yeah.
I'm asking the wrong
Yeah.
person. Now you get to sit back and just watch and wait, don't you? Hey.
Yep. Have a relaxing night on Friday. Enjoy
Yeah,
myself. Watch a bit of racing. It'll be good racing to watch as well. I'm quite excited about that.
Mate, come
Yeah,
and sit with
yeah.
us on the turn 1 and turn, and you watch them come into that corner. It's unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah, it's an awesome track, isn't it?
Oh, just
Yeah, yeah.
fantastic, you know. But like I asked a few of the
So
people that like as well, like last year, we've been out of it for that first night.
Yeah.
I think you do get some laps, but do you think that sort of puts you on the back foot a little bit, not getting that track time like all those qualifiers have already had that track time? Do you think it makes a difference?
Yeah, I definitely think it would make a difference. See, I'm sort of in, I'm sort of planning on not really racing on Friday night. Probably just gonna sit out because I kind of, if I just go out there and circulate around for no point, I don't think I'll get in the right headspace like I would be on race night. So, I might get beaten by some people, and it might get in my head. So it's like, I'd rather go out there when we're racing, trying to win, like giving it 100% rather than go out there and give it 50% and just drive around for the sake of it. It could, I don't know, I just feel like that could throw me off a little bit. And you'd have different setups and stuff. So, because and then we might get a different track. Like obviously all the qualifying races, they'll put out the best track for them, and then the pre-qualifiers and stuff might get some extra water or something, and it could, I don't know, might throw me off. I could be wrong though, but that's just how I'm thinking.
Okay, yeah, no, that's that. I mean, that is a valid point. I mean, there's a lot of speed. The people don't realise how much mental side of it there is, as well as just driving it, is it? There is that if you get inside your own head and you start making mistakes and doing that sort of stuff. So there is a lot of mental preparation as much as getting ready to drive the car as well, eh?
Yeah, and I've definitely found in the last couple of seasons, like as I'm sort of getting a bit older, I used to get excited about racing. I could be out there racing by myself and I would have been excited, giving it 100%. But these days, if we're just out there on a club night, I find it hard to really get in the right headspace. We're at a championship. Like, I love that. I love championships. You're giving it 100%, putting all new tires on. So I prefer that now. So, and I know sometimes on a club night, after I leave, I think, man, I didn't drive very well. And I know it's all my own fault, just not getting into it. So I don't want to do that on the first night and then be doubting myself going into the next night.
Yeah,
That's fair
it's
enough,
like
mate.
you're your own worst enemy because you put the bloody pressure back on yourself. You want to live at that expectation that you set yourself as your goal throughout your race season, mate. Yeah, shit, that's a tough gig. What you're doing? There.
I don't. When it is a championship meeting, like a New Zealand champs or anything like I don't have any problem. Like, I love it. I love that, putting all new tires on, like giving everything 100%. So yeah, I definitely prefer that kind of racing these days.
Yeah, I love what you're saying.
Hey, it's good, eh? Yes, but they reckon we can be our own worst critics at times. So I suppose that's what it comes down to, doesn't it?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, good on you. Good on you, mate. So, you're down at Nelson, obviously, and you got a fair bit on the schedule coming up for your race season, I would guess. So, heat's going on there. And, mate, well, safe travels up to Vegas, up to Rodas, and, well, in defense of your World 240 Championship. That's something no one can take away from you, mate. You're on that trophy forever.
Yeah, no, it's a good feeling. I'm really happy about that.
Yeah, definitely.
And you're expecting soon as well, I hear.
Yeah, that's coming up. Hey, it's Jess is getting pretty uncomfortable. She's not coming with us this weekend because, obvious reasons. But it's a couple of weeks away.
So what's more nerve-wracking, heading into a championship or being a father for the second time?
I don't know. No, I'm not. I'm not actually that nervous about the. I'm not looking forward to losing my sleep again because we've got. He's a good sleeper. You can put him to bed at 7 and he'll wake up at 7 the next day. So
Wow.
he's good. But, yeah.
Wow.
He's had it easy,
Yeah,
eh,
and-
kids? He's had it bloody easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Right.
it'll be my luck. This one's not going to be like that. So I'm not looking forward to that side of it. But yeah, the rest of it hopefully will be okay. I'm used to it now.
Awesome.
You must
That's
really,
awesome.
You must really find out, Books. He's a deep sleeper, sleeps right through to those 12 hours. It's the other
Yeah.
half that's got to deal with it.
Yeah.
Yes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's like, baby's crying.
Yep.
I got a race car
Hey, good
meeting.
on.
That's
Well, we
awesome,
can
man.
have
And because family's a big part of it, isn't it, Jamie? That's as big a part as anything in the Speedway world.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and obviously Jess and well, with Wayne, her dad, that races as well. It's like she loves it, so she's definitely gutted to not be coming along. But yeah, it's just the sacrifices we're going to make
Yeah, mate.
for the next month or so. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, mate. Hey, good on you, mate. And like I said, we'll catch up with you in Rotorua on Friday. Safe travels up and good luck, eh? All the best. And just chilling out on the Friday, like Booker said, you can chill out with us, mate. We can just watch them go round and around,
Yeah.
watch it unfold, chill out with your family and friends. But yeah, well done. Again, we'll catch up again soon, no doubt. And we'll catch up with you on Friday, eh?
And thanks for
sweet,
taking the
sounds good.
time for us too, Jamie.
Yeah, thank
No,
you.
no worries.
Sweet as.
All right, thanks. See you
Awesome,
later.
mate.
Thanks.
See you on the
See ya.
weekend.
Bye.
There we go. Wow. That's some interesting comments, say, about he's scared he's going to get in his own head and ruin his racing. It's interesting. That mental game, we forget about the mental game side of it, don't we, Kins? Of just there was a lot in that side of it to racing a race car.
Oh, definitely. You know, the preparation before these men and ladies in this big weekend. And not forgetting to, there's another big event just up the road too in Auckland with the New Zealand Street Stock Champs that are on this weekend.
Mm.
And they've got the mesh traveling up to that this weekend. Good luck to everyone heading up that way in defense of their 1, 2, and 3 and anyone else who's trying to qualify. But now you get the perspective of drivers giving you the insight. The mental side of it is huge.
Mm.
How do you prepare yourself, you know, and especially for someone like him who's sitting out there Friday, like he said to us, he might not even get the car out to do any warm-up laps. He's just going to focus and get out there and give it his all, 100% on the Saturday. Then you take a look at other drivers who, as a business, I'll use the Rees as an example, working on other cars. Then they got to get themselves a bit prepared on the track and racing those heats. That's just some. There are many drivers out there. You know, Chad Ace is another.
Yeah,
With his
and the
customers around
engines,
the
yeah.
engines.
Hartley, all those
Engines.
guys, you know.
Hartley.
It's mate. But this weekend, it's how can you not be positive? Listen, when this weekend's finished, people, ignore. Look, what I'm saying is, come Friday, watch us on Facebook for our build-up show where we're going to talk to all the bride in the pits like we do. But then once we've done that, turn your Facebook off and enjoy the show. If you can get here, come here. If not, turn Facebook off for the weekend and enjoy the show. Sign up to the Pits TV, get the stream off them, get your mates around, get your family around, spend time with your family and friends and enjoy the weekend and stay off Facebook and get rid of that negative crap that's happened every weekend at a great meeting. Let's just enjoy the moment that is the TWS World 240s and the Aotearoa Ladies Crown and the modifieds on Saturday. Let's just enjoy it and embrace the bloody thing. And man, I'm ready for it, Kins. I am so ready for this weekend. It's ridiculous. And just turn your bloody Facebook crap off and forget about negative shit and just enjoy it. Enjoy it. Take it for what it is.
Right.
You know, like these guys are turning up here to put themselves in front of us and entertain us. Jason, the pits are going to turn up, and I mean, it's, you know, all the way from Chicago to put on this great event for us. Get your mates around, have a barbecue, sit with your family, sit with your kids, get to the track, put your bum on the seat and just have fun. Tell Facebook to off.
Oh, hard out. I'm going to sit there and play my stock car racing game I got on my cell phone. There
That's
you go.
it. Get the Palar Games teams racing
Yeah.
game, sit in the crowd and play your bloody game. Don't look at Facebook, play Speedway. Palar Games
Hey,
bloody teams racing. That's us.
Yeah, that's us. Look, I do apologize if we haven't got quite through to a lot of the comments. We've had a huge audience, and you all mean so much to our show as part of the build-up for this weekend. We'll go through some of that. We'll engage with some of you at the track on Friday. Just a reminder, too, we'll catch up with a big event from next week, Monday, right through to Thursday, Friday with the teams build-up. Yeah, so we're doing a huge build-up from next week. Otherwise, be safe. If you're traveling to Vegas, yeah, look forward to a massive weekend.
And be safe. Be safe on the roads.
Yeah. Big thanks to Sam Ashton, Lala Ashton, Pete Rees, Milla Theobald, also Frankie Wainman Jr. and the defending champ Jamie Hamilton for joining our full-on show today. Otherwise, enjoy your Wednesday. We'll see you trackside on Friday.
Thanks, everyone. Holy snapping duck shit.
My good mate from Bump and Run Booker joins us.
I'm excited for another great show tonight. Give it the hoot now.